Hello, boys and girls. It's Mr. Ortiz here, and I thought we'd do a little story time. And the story today is by Jeremy Tankard. He's the author, and he wrote a story about a grumpy bird. Now, remember, grumpy is when you're not in your best mood. And one time that lots of people, and maybe even other animals, when they wake up, sometimes they're grumpy. They haven't quite woke all the way up and they're still a little tired, and so you're just a little grumpy. You're just not as cheerful as you usually are once you're wide awake. Some of us need breakfast or coffee in the morning to get over our grumpy hump. Um, I fortunately wake up in a pretty good mood all the time, so there's very few times you'd find me in a grumpy mood. But this little bird is a grumpy bird. Grumpy bird. That's the title of the book. And look at him. He's got his eyes looking up. He's in his nest. So we're going to listen to the story today. And what I'd like you to do with the big person you're with, your mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, brother or sister, I'd like you to just talk about how the bird overcomes being grumpy. What happens in the story that turns the bird around so he isn't grumpy anymore? Let's read it, and then at the end, talk with the big person that's with you and see if you can remember or see if you've figured out why he isn't grumpy anymore at the end. So here we go. Well, here it's showing nighttime, and we know it's nighttime because of the stars in the sky, and the darkness. It's a tree. Grumpy Bird. Jeremy Tankard, again, is the author. He wrote the words. When Bird woke up, he was grumpy. He was too grumpy to eat. He was too grumpy to play. In fact, he was too grumpy to fly. Looks like I'm walking today, said Bird. Bird walked past Sheep. Good morning, Bird, said Sheep. What are you doing? Walking, said Bird. Nice, said Sheep. I'll keep you company. See how his face is showing that he's not in the best mood? His eyes are a little squinted. His tone of voice isn't the best. Sheep sounds like he's in a pretty good mood. Bird walked past Rabbit. Hi there, Bird, said Rabbit. What are you doing? I'm walking, said Bird. It's no fun. I could use some exercise, said Rabbit. I'll walk too. Bird walked past Raccoon. Hey, Bird, said Raccoon. What are you doing? I'm walking, snapped the bird. What does it look like? It looks like fun, said Raccoon. I'm coming too. Bird walked past Beaver. Hello, Bird, said Beaver. What are you doing? Let me give you a hint, said Bird. You do it by placing one foot in front of the other. Walking? Guessed Beaver. I love walking. Bird walked past Fox. Good day, Bird, said Fox. What are you doing? Why does everyone want to know what I'm doing? Shouted Bird. I'm just walking, okay? Okay, said Fox. Let's go. See over here, the fox is coming out of his den or his lair. Bird walked. The other animals walked. Bird stopped. The other animals stopped. Bird stood on one leg. The other animals stood on one leg. Is Bird's face now? Doesn't have those squinty, grumpy looking eyes anymore, does he? Bird jumped. The other animals jumped. Hey, this is fun, said Bird. Come on, said Bird, who had forgotten all about being grumpy. Let's fly back to my nest for a snack. And they did. What was the snack he was serving? Does anybody see it? It's right here. What do birds like to eat? Let's count how many friends there are in this story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 friends in our story. Notice the difference in his face now? Does that look like a happy face or a grumpy face? Remember, that's how we can tell how someone is feeling, is by looking at their facial features. How their eyes are, how their cheeks, their mouths. If their mouths are pointing down, they're probably frowning and a little sad or disappointed or frustrated. If their lips are turning up, if their mouth is turning up, they're happy or excited, maybe surprised. So this was a story about being grumpy. And all he did was walk for a little bit and talk with a few of his friends, and the grumpiness went away. So it's all right to be grumpy or sad or disappointed or angry sometimes. But like we talk at school, remember, we don't have the right when we're grumpy, mad, angry, or sad to make anybody else grumpy, mad, angry, or sad. Sometimes we just need a little bit of time to stop and think about what happened, why we're not feeling so well, and then talk with big people about your feelings, and hopefully you can turn it around. Because nobody likes to be sad or grumpy or mad, but it happens. All right, boys and girls, have a beautiful day, and I'll be touching base with you again. Bye-bye.